Welcome back. In the previous video, we talked about how functions can be passed around like data. And this idea of a function being passed around besides just being something that performs actions. And because of this, you'll often hear people say that functions are a first-class citizen in JavaScript. What does that mean? Well, it means three things. Let me comment this out. The first thing is that functions can be assigned to variables and properties of objects, so that I can do variable stuff equals to function. In some languages, I can't do that. I can just run functions to perform actions, but that's it. In JavaScript, I can assign it to a variable or even an object property, which then becomes a method. What else can we do? Well, we can also pass functions as arguments into a function. So I can do function A that receives another function. And inside of this function, I can run that function. And then maybe we can call A with a function inside of it, function console.log, hi there. So that if I run this code, I get hi there. I am able to pass a function as a parameter to a function. I know I'm saying function a lot. So I'm passing this, which I can extract it away to a variable, like we did up here at 1, and pass it around like data. It's almost as if I'm just passing it as a string. And I'm saying, hey, here's some data for you. Run it when you get into function A. So that's very interesting. And then the final piece of the puzzle is that we can return functions as values from other functions. What does that mean? Well, I can do this. I can say function B that returns another function C. And this function C contains console.log by. So now if I run B, I get function C. But if I run that again, I get by. Or I can even assign it to a variable and then just call that variable D. So those are the three properties that make functions a first-class citizen in JavaScript. We're able to assign to variables these functions. We can pass these functions into arguments. And we can also return functions as values from another function. And this goes back to what I said, right? Functions are data. Not only do they perform actions for us, but they're also pieces of data that can be passed around like first-class citizens, as if they were JavaScript types. So anything you can do with other types, you can do with a function. And as a matter of fact, this idea of a first-class citizen property in JavaScript introduces JavaScript to a whole world called functional programming, an entire section that we have coming up. So now that we understand why functions are first-class citizens, let's dive deeper into some of the interesting things we can do with it now. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.